Oh shit! What's going on? What is up? What's going on? The internet been blowing up my phone, man. So, if you follow me over on TikTok, if you don't, go ahead and follow me over on TikTok. But if you follow me over on TikTok, you'll see a video that I posted within the last 12 hours. And apparently, this has been cooking for some time now. And to be honest, and I know y'all read the thumbnail. I know y'all saw the thumbnail. I know y'all read the thumbnail. Um, but wait a minute. Before we get into all of that, I want to say happy Friday. What's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing, man? If you are new around here to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you are a family or a new family member, hit that thumbs up. And then for everybody that's watching, if you are watching on your phone via the YouTube app, go ahead, hit that thumbs up and hype me up, man. Hype me up, man. Y'all know, hit that thumbs up, man. It'll do a little something special, and it helps the engagement for the channel as well. So for everybody that's watching on your phone, if you can hype me up, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to all of my Twitch viewers as well, man. I appreciate y'all. I know I haven't been live in about a week. I think it's been about a week, maybe two. I don't know, but of course, last week, if you all have any kids or have any nieces or nephews and things like that, last week kicked off graduation week. So I had to deal with graduation visits and stuff like that. That's where I was, some dinners and things like that. So, that kept me pretty busy for that time being. But yes, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Diamond Family 1987 said, "Yeah, you been bullshitting." Yeah. I know, man. I know. I've been gone. But yeah, I've been trying to cook some things up. Been trying to cook things up. I don't know why I'm so tongue tied right now, but I got videos coming as well. I'm going to talk about some of the releases that have passed and some that are coming up. But as y'all saw the thumbnail, it's crazy. It seems like every time you turn around, there's something going on with a sneaker YouTuber. And I got mixed feelings about that because it makes it hard for somebody like me to actually come up and do this and, build an audience, because my platform over the years that I've been doing this is about building trust and, being honest, open, and forthcoming with everything it is that I do and everything that it is that I present to you all. And every time you turn around, it seems like it's some kind of sneaker YouTuber that's being caught in some kind of scandal or scam or something like that. And it just makes it fucking impossible to do. Let's see what you're talking about. Noah, the boy for real, said, "Hey, what's going on, Noah?" He said, "Okay, don't dance around it. Who we talking about?" Okay, yeah, we're gonna get to it. I'm not dancing around it. I'm just saying it just makes it extremely difficult for me to come up and do what I'm trying to do. And it makes it hard for you all, the audience, to trust individuals that do what I do. But as you see on the thumbnail, we've got sneaker YouTuber by the name of SniperKicks. Now, I'm not familiar with SniperKicks. I don't know who SniperKicks is, and I didn't know of SniperKicks until this moment, until like I decided to go live, talk about it. I ended up doing a little bit of research. So tonight's live is going to be facts from one side, facts from the other side. So I guess, you would call that, opinion based or whatever, but facts from one side, facts from the other side. And me just kind of giving my straightforward opinion, because y'all know me. I don't like no bullshit. I don't like people who are in the same space as I am bullshitting, and I don't like to bullshit the audience. So yeah, SniperKicks. Apparently there is another sneaker YouTuber that broke or talked about the story. And then there's another sneaker YouTuber by the name of New York Dad. He spoke about it as well. And the only problem, because I watched some of his live. I did watch some of New York Dad's live. And New York Dad has been a visitor of my channel. He has been in the comments and showed support. And the only thing that I saw as a problem with New York Dad's opinion or whatever is he's close friends with this SniperKicks guy. He's a mod for his channel and all of that and all that good stuff. So, you know, in the opening of his live, he was like, man, don't judge until you hear all the facts. Hey, we're allowed to judge. That's what we do as human beings. We're allowed to judge and we're allowed to formulate opinions, and we're allowed to change our opinions based on facts and as things progress and open up. I mean, it's kind of like a police investigation. You have to draw an opinion in order to make a quick move so that you can then assess the situation later on down the line. But he made his opinions and things like that. And, you know, he was like, hey, don't judge and it's not right and all of that. And I'm like, okay, I hear you. But when you hear somebody is being scammed, and to be honest, a lot of sneaker YouTubers seem to pull scams and things like that. I mean, even people outside of sneaker YouTube pull scams. So it's kind of hard to ignore, and it's kind of hard to, you know, not believe it right off the bat. A sense of guilty until proven innocence. But I'm going to show the video of the guy that is accusing this SniperKicks, the sneaker YouTuber, of scamming him, and the amount of money, $6,000. Holy shit. You gave somebody. Oh no, my God, please. No. You gave somebody $6,000 for what is called Snipe University, like I guess a sneaker university. And if it's dealing with sneakers, I guess if I had to take an educated guess, it's dealing in resale. I don't know. I don't know. It just all sounds stupid to me. He's join my stream. Noah the boy, for real. Noah the boy on Wednesday. Okay. SniperKicks comes off fake as fuck from how he talks to his body of language. Oh, okay. Now I have, like, over the years by earshot heard people talk about SniperKicks. I've never invested looking at who he is or anything like that, but I have heard by ear, and a lot of people say he is corny. So you're not the first person to say something about him being possibly corny or fake as fuck or whatever. I've heard a lot of people making fun of him and things like that, but it never interested me to go see who he is. And I guess it took something like this to even interest me in checking him out. Who he think he is? Kai Sanat. But we gonna get into it because this is the craziest bunch of dumb shit that I've ever heard in my life. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So my brother sent this to me over on Instagram, and the accuser goes by the name of K-Bone 83. K-Bone 83 is the guy's name. I've never heard of this guy either. I haven't heard this guy up until yesterday, and apparently this has been going on for, like, I would say about a week. And it said he's got a video, an agreement letter, looks like, from Snipe University. And then I guess these are messages that he sent to somebody, whoever is, because it said Swiper. I don't know what the fuck is that. Swiper Swiper, no swiping. Okay, some Dora the Explorer shit. Behind the doors of Sniper University exposed. Okay, all righty. Okay, so we'll check that out. But let's go ahead and check this video out real quick by K-Bone and see what he has to say. It's always some kind of bullshit, y'all.
K-Bone here, gang. SniperKicks is
okay. I don't mean to be mean, but if anybody has ever seen Independence Day, that pilot, Russ, he reminds me of that pilot, Russ, that was talking about he was abducted by aliens or whatever. And again, I don't know this guy. If this guy K-Bone catches the live, or if y'all send clips of the live to K-Bone, you know, K-Bone is welcome to talk. Maybe I'll be able to get a conversation with SniperKicks. SniperKicks is, you know, welcome to talk. Anybody who knows anything about this subject, and anybody who has an experience with Snipe University, feel free to hit me up. Y'all can talk about it as well. It just does not make any sense, but let's get back into it.
This is a scammer. I paid $6,000 to join Sniper University.
You paid what? You paid $6,000 to join Sniper University.
And I got the same treatment as someone who paid the monthly subscription of $100. $6,000 was supposed to be the inner circle, and I was supposed to get bolt pairs and know the game. Do you think I got my money's worth? Hell no. Stay away from SniperKicks. Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube, subscribe to the Homegrown Kicks channel. Follow me on all of my other social media accounts. And hey, we're going to figure this out. But right off the bat, he said, I'm supposed to be, I paid $6,000. I'm supposed to be put in the game and get behind the scenes and all other kind of bullshit. And I mean, for $6,000, you better be getting more than that shit. You better be getting more than that. And in 2026, when the sneaker market is as terrible as it is, like right now, what something like a Travis Scott, or I don't know, something, I don't know, man. Any shoe right now is going for way below resale value of what it would have gone for 2 or 3 years ago. So in 2026, for you to try to, I don't know, because it sounds like a get rich quick scheme, participate in a get rich quick scheme involving sneakers. I gotta say, gang, that's stupid. That's stupid on your part. You kind of messed up. And let me look at this dude's profile. It says K-Bone, 54 posts, 1,300 followers, K's Kicks LLC. This dude is a reseller or an aspiring reseller. Makes sense. And then he's even got a image of the dude from Cool Kicks in his image thumbnail, I guess because he thinks that's gonna give him more credibility for people who come across his profile. People don't even like the dude at Cool Kicks. People don't even like Cool Kicks after people like Trippin have destroyed their reputation and built channels off of exposing the hypocrisy, the corny, and the scams that they run. But it says buy, sell, trade. He's a collector, Jordan Heat, and more. Just based off of, I guess you would say, first impressions, I wouldn't trust this guy. And that's nothing against him. I just wouldn't trust him. He's got like stacks of the Rare Air 11s, which was a dud. The Taxi 12s, okay. Gamma 11s, okay. But basically, he's a reseller. And I guess he signed up for this Sniper University thinking he was going to learn something that he didn't already know and be put into some kind of, I don't know, upper echelons of whatever. I don't know. Because I think he said that he was supposed to be getting like the plug too. I don't know. Let's check this out.
There's my screenshot of being banned from Sniper University. Hey, I'm supposed to have lifetime access according to the membership in the inner circle that I paid $6K for.
Okay, so it says, if requested a refund, it will be denied. SniperKicks only will work with individuals that are, and it is covered by the page marker and something. You all resources to grow with your sneaker reselling business, the yada yada something mastery in 5 months from the date the agreement is signed. So apparently, according to Sniper University, with that $6,000 payment, you get put in the know, and then they give some kind of guarantee that within, after 5 months of, signing the dotted line, you will be considered a master, or you're getting a master's degree. Am I reading this right? It says within 5 months, you'll receive a master's degree in sneaker reselling. What's good, Jayville, man? What's good? Families are tapping in, man. Salutes to you, man. Shout out. Thank you for coming through. That's crazy. Yeah. This whole situation is crazy. And it says payment will entail one payment of totaling $6,000. It says, by affixing their electronic signature below, the parties acknowledge and agree to any and all provision. Oh, got the hiccups. Provisions included in this non-disclosure agreement. Steve Kinderman and SniperKicks Nicholas Malanga. I think that's Nigerian. I don't. So he agreed to this on September 7th, 2025. September, October, November, December, January, February. So by February, he was supposed to be a master and have had a master's degree in sneaker reselling. Or February, March. So by that time, he was supposed to be a master and have a master's degree in sneaker reselling. Okay. All right.
SniperKicks is a scammer.
Let me see what this is. Let me see. Whoo-wee. And he said he handed over them 6 bands with a quickness. Good God Almighty.
You owe me bands, buddy. There's my screenshot of being banned from Sniper University.
Bonuses only for $497 a year. No bonuses for $97 a month. I don't. Snipe University. And I think this is this on Instagram? Is Snipe University on Instagram, or is this on Facebook? All right. How to make 6 figures reselling. PhD in sneaker reselling. Is it even legal? Okay, is it even legal to say that you can give somebody a PhD in anything? Is he legally a teacher, and is he legally certified with the Board of Education? Because I only bring this up because here's devil's advocate. If he is claiming that he is legitimately handing out, and let me say this real quick. If he is claiming he is legitimately handing out educational degrees, because he said you'll be a master within 5 months, he's calling this program Snipe University, and he's also claiming that you'll have a PhD. If he is not legally qualified with the Board of Education to do all of this, this guy can legally sue him. He could legally sue him and get his $6,000 back and then some. And this guy could legally be held liable for more than just $6,000. And I'm no lawyer or anything like that, but that just seems like the obvious course, because schools lose their accreditation all the time. LT man, what's going on, man? Salutes to you, man. We talking about like some scammers, man. Apparently this dude got scammed by a sneaker YouTuber by the name of SniperKicks for 6 bands for his Sniper University. And then he was kicked out of Sniper University and banned from there. And I was talking about playing devil's advocate, where because this guy is promising a master's degree in sneaker reselling and a PhD in sneaker reselling, which is fucking ridiculous. It sounds fucking ridiculous that you can even offer that. But if this guy is not certified with the Board of Education to use that terminology and offer PhDs and master's degrees in these things, he ain't got to worry about banning somebody. He's going to have to worry about an actual larger legal lawsuit than that. He's going to have to worry about more than 6 bans. So I don't know, for all the people that have like talked about this on YouTube or covered it, I don't know how in depth they've gotten with this or how like out of the box thinking they got with this, but like that just struck me just right now as we've been talking live. If you don't have the backings to use those terminologies and say those things, you can't tell somebody that you can give them a PhD or a master's in anything if you're not certified by the Board of Education. So I wonder if SniperKicks, aka what is the dude's name again? Something Malonga. If you're not qualified for that, Mr. Malonga, like you better tread lightly. You better tread lightly. What happened? And he said, "What is there a such thing in real education?" I don't think there is. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I don't think that there is a educational course in sneaker reselling. Now, I mean, if there is, I wouldn't be surprised, because we're doing everything in the sneaker culture now. I do know that Dom, the shoe surgeon, had classes in sneaker making, but he wasn't offering like PhDs and master's degrees and things like that. He wasn't using those terms. And the thing about it is, whether it's a actual PhD or a master's degree or not, the fact that you use those terms in legal binding paperwork, you're fucking yourself pretty bad if you're not legally able to do that. D Mackey said, "What up, HG? What up, D Mackey? Man, what's going on with you, fam? Wouldn't that end up in financial education?" Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm really curious as to how far this thing goes.
Hey, I'm supposed to.
Because see, he's got the paperwork right here. It says the agreement is entered into on September 6, 2025, between Nicholas Malonga, owner, and Steve Kinderman, the recipient, or I guess student is what you would technically refer to him as a student, because you're talking about PhDs, master's classes, Snipe University, all this other kind of shit. Who remembers that movie about that fake college? And they ended up, because it was a fake college and they got caught, they ended up getting into some legal troubles and then had to like quickly figure out how to make it a actual accredited college. Let me see. What is the name of that movie about a fake college? It's called Accepted. That's what the movie is. Accepted. One of the most funniest movies of all time. Well, in that time frame, with Jonah Hill and all that. Movie was hilarious. Let me see. There it goes right there. Let me see. Make myself bigger. Y'all remember this movie right here? Accepted, about the fake college. Hilarious. And that's what this reminds me of. Why was he banned? So in accordance to him, he was banned because he felt like he didn't get what was promised out of the program, and he started speaking out about it. And he called him a scammer. And because he called him a scammer, he banned him from the university. He like kicked him out and banned him from the university. But it says the owner acknowledges the recipient will receive one-on-one membership in sneaker reselling directly with SniperKicks and his entire team. That includes the inner circle membership, includes what? That doesn't make any sense. Lifetime access of Snipe University, 40 plus training academy with expertise in sneaker reselling. And there he goes again, using educational terms as to solidify this as a legitimate schooling, a legitimate education program. Lifetime access of SniperKicks, Sniper Gang Discord, direct access to SniperKicks and his staff, Jose, SniperKicks head coach. You will receive direct coaching, group thread with SniperKicks, bulk suppliers, social media. Oh, so he said he's going to give up his suppliers list. And that was one of the things that I heard when I watched New York Dad's live. He was like, who gives up the plug? Well, I mean, New York Dad, SniperKicks right here said he's giving up the plug. And me behind the scenes, being in the sneaker space for so long, I know exactly what this is, and I know exactly what this entails and involves, and we'll talk about that later. Teach you how to master social media, build clients for your business, and access to KNet platform to speed up sales. Okay. If you look at his social media platform, it ain't boosted. He's only got 1,300 followers, and you can get 1,300 followers by posting one picture and waking up the next day. So he's already done his 5-month educational program. So just off of the optics of things, it ain't worth it. And then it says the terms of service. SniperKicks only works with people that are serious with reselling. Therefore, he will not accept anyone that is not serious. Well, how do you know if people are serious or not? And then if you deem somebody not to be serious, are you going to give them a refund because you said you don't deal with people that are not serious? Or are you going to give them a partial refund? That doesn't make any sense to me. There are no refunds or cancellations. So if somebody pays you their $6,000 and you deem that they're not serious, you still keep their money. That's pretty much of a fraud scam right there. That's a scam right there. And how do you judge whether or not right off the bat somebody is serious? Because I could easily tell you, I could easily sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm extremely serious, I'm dedicated to it, I really want to get into this resale game. I've been into sneakers since I was a kid, and like my fascination with them has already been there. I can tell you that and still not be serious about the program. So how do you judge whether or not somebody is serious? So, I mean, you would think at least you would give somebody at least maybe like a 3-week trial period to see if they're actually serious and to gauge their progress. And then if you then determine that they're not serious, you give them some kind of prorated money back guarantee, because they did for 3 weeks use your resources and waste your time and things like that. So I mean, you got to get paid for that. But to just flat out deny somebody of their money, that's kind of fucking crazy. It says there is limited availability to individuals that work with him. If you determine to get to take a spot, what the fuck? Excuse me. If I don't know what he's trying to say, but it says if you determine to get to take a spot in his inner circle, you are agreeing to follow all steps. If requested a refund, it will be denied. SniperKicks only will work with individuals.
Have lifetime access according to the membership in the inner circle that I paid $6K for. SniperKicks is a scammer. Sniper, you owe me bands, buddy. There's my screenshot of.
That's crazy. First of all, that's the craziest bunch of bullshit I've ever read. Okay, so apparently this is his conversation with somebody. Snipe University, let's go. I guess that's when he made a post. It says Jordan 5 Black UNC out the door. He's taking credit for early pairs of the UNC 5s. I supplied them to this person, but he posts like he did. Yeah, he's no good, bro. Taking folks to the bank. I guess that's the person that he was talking to, the other person that he I guess did an interview with. He was telling him about the conversation. So apparently this guy was sharing who he has as a plug with SniperKicks. And then SniperKicks took that information, posted it to his Snipe University as if this is an example of what I can get you and, help grow your business, and didn't give him credit for it. And he's pissed off about this. So that's fucked up.
Sole priorities.
Okay. Something. Retail, but relatively decent price shoes in bulk. Oh, okay. He's talking about, okay. So for those of you who don't know, the plug list is, and people are probably going to get pissed off at me about this, and a lot of people are probably going to hate me behind the scenes for telling y'all this, but there are certain individuals, there are certain stores or vendors that are willing to sell you these shoes in bulk at a discounted price. The problem that arises with things like this is you never know who's supplying fake shoes, and you never know who's supplying real shoes. So that's the danger in doing that. But you can get shoes in bulk for discounted prices. I have witnessed it. I have seen it. I have been a part of it, but I have never partaken in it. And usually they are GRs. So that's what I'm guessing SniperKicks is supposed to be supplying, lists of suppliers that are providing GRs at bulk discounted deal prices. And it is, once you get that list, it is your responsibility to reach out to those individuals and get the shoes and run your deals however you run them. And there's a lot to be said about if you do it that way. But it said we also paid $6,000 for Sniper's course as well. We didn't find it as beneficial either. So I guess he's talking about multiple people. Now, I did hear, looking through social media, doing my research on this, I did hear people saying that it wasn't as helpful as people may claim. And I also heard some people saying that the plug list of bulk buyers or bulk buying vendors that he supplied were not responding. They were not responding. So basically, a lot of people were paying $6,000 to hear SniperKicks talk, and his vendors weren't coming through. And you can give somebody a vendors list, but if the vendor doesn't agree to letting all these people bulk buy, you're lying to people, buddy. You're lying to people, and you're fucking people over. We've been waiting for someone to call him out. LOL. $6,000 for 5 months, I believe, as well, not a year.
Sneaker podcast, 8 o'clock Central.
And that I keep forgetting that fucking music. Let me see how I can turn that damn music off. But that was a post he made where he said, SniperKicks refund my $6,000. Better get him for counterfeit goods. There is a such thing. Counterfeit goods on what? I guess he was talking to somebody else when he said, and that person told him, you better get him for counterfeit goods. What do you mean, my guy? If he scammed you and you do know if the shoes are legit. Okay, so that's what I was talking about when I said if the vendors are supplying real or fake shoes or not. But you can't sue SniperKicks if the vendors that he provided you are providing fake shoes. You would have to sue the vendors. So that's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard and the biggest bunch of bullshit, and has nothing to do with why this guy wants to. Well, it partially has something to do with it, but the vast majority of it, I'm guessing, is because he didn't get a value in what he thought his 6K should come with. But he said, because not contract can be null and voided for breach due he's been under questioning for his shoes. That's some real or fake bullshit. I don't know, bro. I've sold all of what I bought from, just took losses, search, and yada yada yada. Okay, so, and that's another thing. If the shoes that some of the vendors supplied this guy with were fake, as a reseller, he sold those fake shoes. So he would be on the hook for selling fake shoes as well. Because we all know it's illegal to sell fake shoes. It is very illegal to sell fake shoes. So yeah, I can understand why and the fact that you did this and didn't vet your shoes is crazy. It's fucking crazy. Oh, okay, there goes the sound button. There we go. I can turn that shit off. I've been messaging on IG, bro. I just posted on your Facebook the sniper videos. I'm exposing that B word. Thanks to God, he's been robbing and scamming mad people. Yes, he is. He's supposed to pull up to the live with me on there. I'm going in on him. I just found all our text convo that I thought I lost. Brother, he did me dirty, but I'm humble. Bro, you need to share it. He's robbing people on a mass scale. Check those vids and get a hold of. Okay, and then that's just like a random. Okay, and then so that is this guy K-Bone. And let me look at this Snipe University and see what is all supposed to be going on with this. And then we're gonna see if SniperKicks has said anything. Okay, I don't see no Sniper University. Snipe University. Is this it? It's got okay. It's got SniperKicks' what you call it on it. Okay. That's SniperKicks. What is this? Okay, and see, and here. Okay, so somebody's gotten a plaque. Paul Arzola, Snipe University. Nicholas Malonga, founder, Snipe University. In recognition of building a six-figure sneaker reselling business through discipline, execution, and what does that say? And elite searching or sales, I don't know. Snipe University 100K award, 100,000 plus award. So he's doing this as if it's a real school, a real university. And I think these are like testimonials.
It probably sounds kind of like naive and trivial when you say it out loud, but the supply and demand test, it's like basic when you say it out loud and you just you think about it, but when you actually like apply it in your day-to-day like resale business, it's paramount in having success. And it's not just like a hype sneaker or what they call a brick sneaker. Like brick sneakers can do very well.
Yeah.
It's all about just that supply and demand. If is there enough demand for that brick, that's worth I don't
know. Supply and demand. That's very true. But another thing he's also forgetting about is the clientele base. Do you have a large enough clientele base to outweigh the lack of demand for a shoe that may be considered a general release or a brick? Meaning, do you have enough trustworthy clientele or enough clientele that trust you enough and that like you enough to buy your product despite the fact that you're selling it at a resale price? That plays a huge factor in it, because you can have all the demand in the world, but if nobody trusts you, you're not going to sell anything.
I don't know, whatever the supply of that next drop is. And it's just that pressure test. It's a constant pressure test.
Okay, yeah.
Man, I made $700 in one day.
Wow,
off of those mind slides. Yeah.
Okay. He made $700 in one day, and he's just acting like SniperKicks is just acting like he just did something amazing. We talked about those mind slides, what, a week or 2 weeks ago? The cheapest mind slide right now on the resale market is going for $300. So you could have, and keep in mind, the mind slides retail for $94. So you could essentially get 3 pairs of mind slides, or 2. You could essentially only get 2 pair of mind slides and make $700 in a day. That's not an amazing feat. That's not anything impressive. But
yeah, man. So, but the Discord.
Yeah.
The Discord.
You're actually taking the time, because what I love about, with you, Aubrey, you're taking the time. You're not cutting corners. Like, you're not just saying, oh, Snipe, just bulk buying. You're utilizing all the resources that you got, every single resource. And that's the reason why you're having so much success with no experience. Like a couple of weeks ago, you didn't know anything about reselling.
Right.
And now you're giving the people.
Okay. Going back to what you call his comment. Yeah, he does seem kind of corny. And yeah. I think it all comes down to what was written in the contract before he signed and offered payment of $6,000. I'm not a reseller, but I know to do a little investigation before I invest. Absolutely, especially $6,000. Like, you got to be a fool to invest $6,000 and not do your research in what it is you are investing $6,000 in. Anytime you invest your money, let's say stocks, there's always a risk. But in this situation, he should have known that there is no such thing as a PhD in reselling sneakers. That sounds okay. In the video I did on TikTok, I said you got to either be deaf, blind, or dumb to invest that kind of money in sneaker resale. And I didn't say that to be mean, but that's pretty freaking obvious. He said, I think he paid $6,000 just to get his connections or something. Probably. He probably paid $6,000 for the connections that were just, and they weren't even real connections. It was just like stuff that if you did the research, if you did the heavy grunt work, you could have got it on your own. You could have seriously got it on your own. There you go. There's no refunds or cancellations. He has it in the contract. So that guy is shit out of luck. Yeah. He is shit out of luck unless this is not an actual university and this guy keeps contractually offering it as a real university. That is his only out. That is the only thing that'll save him and possibly get his $6,000 back.
People so much knowledge is because you're maximizing every single resource. And
his voice is crazy. But that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
So I'm going to break down one of my clients that I'm going to get in the 100K club because Roberta is a beast. So she does it a little bit differently with reselling. So what I love about her is that, number one, she's consistent, and number.
Oh, okay. I don't care about that. That is what it is. Oh, okay. Here it is. Here's the contract. I guess this is a introduction into the contract. Free actionable live training reveals. And he's got like stacks of the 85 breads. He's got stacks of the Mocha Travis Scott 1 lows. So he is already building the expectation with these 2 photos alone that you will have access to hype sneakers. This ain't just GRs and bricks or whatever. These are hype sneakers. So he's already building the expectation with these 2 photos. And if people don't have access to this off the bat, that's already in essence false advertising. Thursday, June 7th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In this training, you'll learn how to use AI and tech to do most of the work for you, from sourcing deals to finding inventory that's ready to flip for big profits. From sourcing deals to finding inventory that's ready to flip for big profits. Okay, so he's guaranteeing big profits. The 4-step foolproof system. So he says you're going to get a 4-step system that will work without failure for boosting sales in as little as 7 days without marketing. Okay. He's saying that he's going to show you a system that will boost your sales without the help of marketing, without the need for a minimum number of orders or needing to keep a large inventory. The exact strategies top resellers are using to hit 6 figures, how they build a full-time income with just a few hours a day, whether they're a beginner or looking to scale, how to tap into the exploding projected $30 billion sneaker reselling market. Okay, come on now. 2025, 2026. No. You're not. Okay. Market with just a few hours per day. How staying till the end could win you a pair of Jordans plus a chance to work directly with me and my team to level up your reselling game and much more. Meet your mentor, Nick Malonga. Okay, and that's a little bit of his backstory. Students who are taking this class are crushing it. And he's got YouTube videos of some of his students that have done a good job. And it says, important earnings and legal disclaimers. Testimonials and other examples used are non-typical and are not intended guarantee you. Okay, well, wait a minute though. He says that up here, he's guaranteeing you these things. But how do you guarantee somebody those things in bold font and then in fine print say that they are not typical and are not intended guarantee you will achieve the same results? Individuals' results will always vary, and yours will depend entirely on your individual capacity, work ethic, business skills, and experience and level of motivation. That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. And let me see what the registration form is. Now wait a minute. Okay. No, I ain't finna enter none of my information for this. Your country, location, and I think this is like the free form. I don't know, but that's wild. That is wild. That is wild. And now I'm looking at it and I realize y'all couldn't see it. So yeah, congratulations to me for not looking to see if you all could see that Sniper University page, but that registration form. Let me see. No, I'm not gonna worry about showing that. But yeah, that's Sniper University. Let me see, SniperKicks. And this is crazy, yo. I wonder how deep the rabbit hole goes. And then that's his personal Instagram, where he's showing all of the upcoming releases and things like that, some Z sneakerhead stuff and so on and so forth. Now, in my research of all of this, I did come across SniperKicks' YouTube page, and he has a video where he says that he is exposing the truths behind or discussing the allegations. So let's take a look at his video. It's called Scammer Exposed, the Truth. So where people thought they were exposing him and dropping the truth, he's exposing and dropping his own truth. So let's see what SniperKicks has to say. Hopefully I can make it through this. Hopefully you all can make it through this. And
man, I've been waiting for this video. There has been a lot of chatter from individuals that are all cap. And I'm going to address this right now on this video. Here's
okay, let's address it.
When you get to my level, there is going to be people that.
Oh, okay. I don't like this already. I don't like his approach to this. Now he's being braggadocious. He's being anal. And that's not the way that you approach something like this. That's not the way that you handle this. I do understand that you're going to get haters. When you get to a certain level or when you get to a certain place, people are going to wonder how you do it, and people are going to be questionable of how your methods. That goes without saying. So there's no need to sit here and do what he's about to do right now.
People that try to tear you down. And now I have hardcore evidence, guys. Hardcore evidence how all these people are straight cap, say I'm scamming. Like, bro, I have been one of the biggest resellers in the game. I've been featured, guys, we're going to put screenshots here. I've been featured on Upflip Podcast, one of the biggest channels for entrepreneurship and business. I've been featured on Millionaire University, one of the biggest podcasts for entrepreneurs. I've been featured on the Kwok Brothers, one of the biggest channels for finance. And and then people are gonna accuse me of scamming. So I have the receipts, guys.
Okay. To that, I'm gonna say this. A lot of scammers have been featured in different think pieces. A lot of scammers have been featured in a lot of talk pieces. Just because you've been featured on a talk piece or a think piece does not mean that you're not a scammer. A lot of scammers are part of Fortune 500 companies. Just because you are on the Fortune 500 list does not mean you're not a scammer. It does not provide any angelic validity against the fact that you are a scammer. That just means that you have made a lot of money and people are interested in how you did it. It does not mean that you did not make that money by scamming your way to that position. So I don't know how he thinks that is a end all be all to scamming allegations.
Guys, all the receipts, they'll be placed on this video, and we're going to talk about this situation right now.
Let's talk about
I'm super pumped, and I'm going to be on a podcast with my guy Soul Priority.
Okay. Before we get into the rest, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, if you're on your mobile phone and you're watching through the YouTube app, hit that thumbs up and hype your boy up, hype me up, you know what I'm saying? It pushes the video in the algorithm, so I greatly appreciate it. Follow me on all of my social media accounts. And yeah, man, let's keep this community growing. I know I got to do my part in order to keep this community growing, but I'd appreciate it if you do your part as well, and you are much appreciated. If you have not seen yet, I opened up channel member subscriptions and things like that, and it will also unlock future discounts on merch and things like that. So feel free to check that out as well, and let's see what else he's got to say.
Will JB, and we're gonna actually confront live on YouTube. I'm gonna confront and give you guys the receipts. Do not listen to what people say, guys. I have helped so many people, and I got the receipts of all the people I've helped get to $1 million in sneaker resale. I have 2 people get to $1 million, and I've helped countless.
Okay. Okay, you said all the people you have helped as if it's like a plethora of people. It's only 2 people you helped get to $1 million. And again, that is not proof that you're not a scammer. You can help enough people on one side just to say that your business is valid, but still be scamming other people on the back end. Like they say, there's a sucker born every minute. You could still be scamming those suckers. And K-Bone, I don't know.
Countless people do over $100,000 in their business. I got receipts with that, but let's first start with these 2 people that are just straight. Again, excuse me, I love positivity, but they are idiots. 2 people, Chanel Hall and this guy, Steve. Let's start with Steve.
Hall. Who is
the
Chanel
guy
Hall?
that is obviously a drug addict. First things first, guys. This guy, Steve, is a drug addict.
Okay. Like New York Dad said, SniperKicks, again, I don't know you, and I call a spade a spade. And him being a drug addict, number one, you're fucked up for saying some shit like that. You're fucked up, and that's fucked up that you said some shit like that. I understand you might be frustrated and you might be angry because it's your business on the line. But whether he's a drug addict or not, it has nothing to do with his claims of him not getting his $6,000 worth. So I don't even know why you're spending time trying to mention he's a drug addict.
Number one, with this guy, he gets on the podcast with my boys, and any smoking weed and on drugs on the podcast, stumbling off his words. I'm going to put a screenshot right here. This guy is not someone you can trust. But now let's.
So you're calling him a drug addict because he's smoking weed on a live. That's a pretty strong allegation. And you better hope he doesn't come after you for defamation for saying some shit like that. Like, because it has nothing to do with anything. And you're calling these individuals that are interviewing him your boys. If they were your boys, they wouldn't have talked about you in those DMs that he showed on his Instagram profile. They wouldn't have talked about you in a nasty way like they did. Because I know for a fact, one of those people in the DMs that he showed in his video, the video that K-Bone showed in his video, is one of those people on that particular podcast that he calls his boys, that said, oh, he's been scamming for a while and he needs to be exposed. And you know, you could sue him if the shoes are fake. And people have been talking about him for a while. So SniperKicks, your boys, they don't fuck with you like you think they do. 9 times out of 10, they're just doing this for the social media gains. And it's not me saying it. It's proof in the dude's video. So you might want to reconsider who your friends are. And also, if they were your boys, they wouldn't have done 3 videos that are literally talking bad about the business that you run. 3 videos on you being a scammer. That's not your boys, man. That's not your boys.
I'm going to give you guys hardcore evidence. So this guy, Steve, back in September, invested $6,000 to work with me and help him enhance his reselling business. So this guy, Steve.
And I'll say, if anything, from what I heard, New York Dad is your boy. He's actually your boy, because he was telling his audience, regardless of whether or not they were still calling you a scammer or whatever, he was taking up for you 100%. So you might want to call New York Dad, and that's your real boy.
Steve, I told him, do not work with me unless you're hungry and you're serious. If you're not, do not work with me. Oh yeah, I'm hungry and serious. So,
okay. Again, like I said, anybody can say that.
We go and work together. I'm going to give you guys screenshots. This is the first text that he sends me.
You said you only work with people in your documentation. You said you only work with people that are hungry and serious. He said he's hungry and serious, but that's not proof that he's hungry and serious.
And I'm going to put it right here. First text that he sends me. I'm talking to this guy.
This is long. Please read when you have the time. Hey, Sniper Bro, I just want to say thank you. I know I paid a fee for your help. I'm being contacted by you thoroughly since the purchase. I felt that you saw or understood something more than your assistant did, because we canceled the call, but you still wanted to speak with me. I'm going to make this big. It's my dream. The market I am in is so volatile. And while it did take off, I know this is the best choice for my life. While it did, or does he mean while it didn't take off, I know this is the best choice for my life. Kind of seems like Steve is fluent in making bad decisions or bad choices. But I was going to go back to college and start attending business school, but this is exactly what I want to do. So instead of going to an actual accredited college and putting that $6,000 towards your education, where that education in business would have more than likely guaranteed you get that back, you gave $6,000 to this guy right here for his sneaker university, his quote unquote university. Okay. I was gonna go back to college and start attending business school, but this is exactly what I want to do, and you have a method. I believe in you. I watch you launch your website. Your reputation is spot on. I just want you to know I am serious. I will work for this to make it turn 6 figures. I need to make 6 figures, but I'm going to shoot for 7. Of course, you need to make 6 figures. Like, you just gave him 6 grand. So yeah. At the very least, you needed to make 6 grand. But like, the average employee makes between like 20 to 30,000, between 20 to $35,000 a year. The next level employee makes between what, like 40 to 50,000, between like somewhere between there to like 60,000, somewhere in there. Those are rough numbers. And then the upper ends up making 6 figures, but in today's market, in today's climate, 6 figures puts you in the middle class. So but yeah, I'm 42. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whoo, geez. It just gets worse and worse. What the fuck are we doing here? Okay. Let's continue. It says, I'm 42 and I've been through some things in my life. Ran the streets when I was younger and dealt with trouble and things. But I've turned that all around and I work hard to build this hemp THCA thing. My LLC is K's Kicks LLC, and originally, so I guess he made the assumption that he's a drug addict by the fact that he told him he personally confided in this man and told him that he used to run the streets, and that he does this hemp dispensary thing and he resells sneakers. And this piece of shit, and I don't know if he's personally a piece of shit, but for what he's doing right now, this piece of shit took this personal information and decided to just, I don't know, do the most.
Nearly every day. Oh, this is long. Please read. Again, put it right here. This is from Steve. Hey, Sniper. Bro, I just want to thank you. I know I paid a fee for your help, and I'm being contacted by you thoroughly. I'm talking to this guy on a daily basis. This is him saying this. Again, screenshot right here. Thoroughly. Since the purchase, I felt like you saw and understood something more than started attending business school. I'm going to put Steve's right here. His evidence. With any business.
But that doesn't, just because you've spoken to him thoroughly does not mean that you provided him with what you said you would provide him with. And it does not mean you did not scam him, because part of your contract said that in that $6,000, you would get a lifelong membership access to Sneaker University. I didn't see anywhere in there the contract being a clause if they decide to defame your character, that it would be a breach of contract. I didn't see it in there anywhere. It could be in there, but I didn't see it.
Business. You have to do something in it every single day. If you don't, you're not going to have success. I'm going to put Steve's right here, his activity with me coaching him. You see this activity right here? It's at 0 from December all the way to May. He has done nothing. 0, 0, 0, guys. Look at this. Now I'm going to show you my guy Impergo. Look him up. I've helped him do $1.2 million. He's a beast. He's a dog. He is such a pleasure to coach. He has done $1.2 million. Look him up.
Okay. So that looks. So let me see. Wait a minute. What did he say? What did he say? Let me rewind that back. How long did he say that was?
If you don't, you're not going to have success. I'm going to put Steve's right here, his activity with me coaching him. You see this activity right here? It's at 0 from December all the way to May. He has
Actually, God damn. Actually, that's not December. That's September. So from September all the way till this month, he has done nothing in the program. Now, that doesn't look good for Steve. But what I will say, just because you haven't done anything that is scalable within the program does not mean that he didn't take the program advice and actually implement it outwardly. That all this is just showing is that he had not logged in the things that he did within the program's database.
He has done nothing. 0, 0, 0, guys. Look at this. Now I'm going to show you my guy Impergo. Look him up. I've helped him do $1.2 million. He's a beast. He's a dog. He is such a pleasure to coach. He has done $1.2 million. Look him up. Message him. Ask him. Look at his activity. Every single day, a dog getting after the business. There's a reason why he did $1.2 million last year. Same thing. Both of these guys invested $6,000 to work with me. One guy didn't do anything. Another guy took it serious every single day. And Pergo's a dog. Make sure you follow him. He's a pleasure to work with. He's actually one of my coaches now. And Pergo, you're the man, bro. You're the man. So let's go more down into Steve right here. So now we go into Steve right here. He gives me the host things, thanking me so much. And I'm helping him get a whole bunch of sneakers. First things first, I'm helping him get the Gammas. He got it early. Right here. Let's go. I helped him get the Rare Airs early. Hold on. He gets the Tokyo.
The Rare Airs was ass. I don't care. The Rare Airs was not doing shit. And then he said he sold a pair of 10.5 to his chiropractor. Let's go. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And how many pairs did he help him get? Because 1 or 2 pairs is not going to change anybody's life. Size 12, 10, and 8 work for you. Biggest sizes they have at store. I guess that's SniperKicks asking him, does that work? And that is the biggest sizes they have. He said no 10s, 11s, or 12s. They have no 11s. If they have no 11s, let's just do 10 and 12 for a start. And Pergo also believes it's a good shoe to start with, but he said he wished it could have got it earlier. And he said he doesn't want me to lose out or get stuck with them being that I'm starting out. That's what I said, because those Rare Air 11s, they weren't shit. They weren't selling. 10, 11, to 12 is preferred. And if not, let's just do the 10s and 12s at the moment. Okay, cool.
Hold on. And he's even defending me. Let's look at this right here, guys. Let's look at this right here. These are receipts right here. Look at what he has to say about me. He said, thank you so much right here. Man, I got so much evidence. It is ridiculous. Nice. Thank you so much, Snipe. This right here. Much love. Enjoy your day. Thanks for not just being one of those guys who take 6K in BS clients. He is thanking me because I'm in constant communication with this guy. Constant communication with this guy. So does that sound like someone that's scamming? That's talking to this person every single...
That doesn't mean you're not scamming. That just means you're willing to talk to somebody and some of the best scammers are manipulators. They're mental manipulators. So that doesn't mean you're not scamming him. That just means that you're willing to go as far as to make him feel like he's not being scammed.
Every single day, he's actually working with my coaches. We're getting him so many sneakers. He's actually defending me. Somebody tried to take a shot at me at, look at all the sneakers. I'm putting all these screens out here. Someone took a shot at me, said, these guys are clowns. You do a great job. Like, haters equal success. And now he's doing it now. Like, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. Look at all these sneakers that I'm helping him get. Voodoos right here.
Them fucking Voodoos wasn't selling shit either. Them Voodoos wasn't doing shit either.
Hitting him up constantly. Hey, do you need the Travis Scotts? Hey, do you need the Black Cats? Hey, he bought.
What Travis Scotts? And how much were you willing to sell them to him for?
The Bugs Bunny? Is that someone that's scamming someone? Look at it. Let's put that screenshot right here. Look at it. Look at that right there. He has done none of the work.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If the $6,000 includes you giving him a certain number of pairs on a monthly basis, then that's pretty fucking good. But if the $6,000 is just to get you into the university and give you access to his suppliers list, and then when you get the list and things like that, you have to pay. You have to pay again for every pair of shoes you buy. That might have been his last $6,000, and he couldn't afford to buy those shoes that you're offering to help him get until he offloaded the first pair of shoes.
5 months, nothing. 5 months, he has done nothing.
That's more than 5 months. That's like 7 or 8. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. No, that's 9 months. I'm wrong.
Zero. I'm gonna put this analogy right here. If I pay to go to college, the average college, tuition is $40,000. If I go to college,
and there he goes with that word college, he better be accredited.
College, and I do nothing there. I don't go to the classes. I don't do what the instructor tells me to do, and I'm just there doing BS. You think I'm gonna pass the classes? No, that is what Steve did. Let's go back to Impergo, and I'm gonna give a list of guys that I've helped make. If you go to my YouTube, look at all the testimonials that I've helped do big time numbers in sneaker reselling. Let's go back to Impergo. Look at that. Do you see the difference? Steve, you scammed yourself. Again, this is all the proof right here. And again, can you trust somebody that goes on and tries to talk about me and is on drugs? A drug.
Hey. That's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do that. Let's be professional.
You see right here, it says September. Right here, I'm helping him, and I'm helping him throughout. You see.
Okay, let's see. This is long. Yes, sir. They get shipped out to me today. Also, taxis get here tomorrow. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Let's go. Sniper, I have a question, a business one. Now, there a bank around me that does Zelle on personal accounts only. I can get Zelle on bigger name accounts. They are just about an hour out. No big deal. But do you suggest that or get Zelle on personally? Yes, I would get a Zelle on this business account. They are dropped at a drop point. No UPS or FedEx close to me in the sticks. UPS will pick it up tomorrow. I would have had these done faster, but I just got back home from OKC and I was exhausted. Sold a 9.5 as well, but I got 2 of those. If anyone else needs any more, I have. I'm doing good on the gammas off StockX and GOAT today. Any more black cats at the moment? So he lives somewhere where there's not a lot of people. So his clientele base is going to be probably next to none, especially when it comes to reselling what he's asking for. So his biggest selling medium is StockX, and I guess like GOAT. And the problem with that is with StockX and GOAT, you got to pay fees. You got to pay taxes and fees. And then on top of that, once you start hitting a certain threshold of sales, they treat you like a business. You got to pay taxes at the end of the year on that business.
You see all these timestamps. Why, if I scam this dude, why is he waiting 9 months after? Why didn't he say something in September and October? Why? This dude has done nothing. Has done nothing, guys. Has done nothing.
Well, I can tell you why he didn't say anything in September. He didn't say anything in September because that's when he first started. He started September 6th. In October, I can only guess that he didn't say anything in October because he knew that things were going to be a little slow. And it might have been going well because October 2025 was still a fairly decent time to be selling shoes. Now, it was towards the end, but it was still fairly decent and you could still make a profit here and there. But he might have just been trying to give an opportunity to see if it actually worked out. That might have been why he didn't say anything, Snipe.
And again, I'm gonna put all the guys. I'm gonna put all the wins in my university because it's the number one. The number one.
Again, your university. I hope this shit is accredited.
Platform for sneaker reselling.
As a matter of fact, let me look it up. Let me see. How can you find out if a school is accredited? Accredited online schools. Let's see. Bachelor's degree or associate's degree. Business. Entrepreneurship. No, I don't need that. Database of accredited post-secondary institutions and programs. Let me pull this up really quickly because this is gonna piss me off. This is gonna really piss me off. If his shit is not accredited and he keeps, let's see. I hope it is. Snipe University. No results found. SniperKicks University. No results found. Let me see. Type in something we know is accredited. Georgia Tech. Yes. Oh, geez. Okay. Let me Google search this shit. Is Snipe No. So he keeps calling this a school, a university, and it is not accredited. And I didn't even show y'all that. Let me show y'all. I'm tripping. That pissed me off so bad. I was tripping. Let me go to it. Where is it? I just had it pulled up. Oh, okay, it's all the way over here. Let me go back. How do you find out if a school is accredited or not? No, that's not what I need. Fuck. U.S. Department of Education, college accreditation. Council of Higher Education, CHIA. Man, I had it pulled up. This is pissing me off. Let me see. Snipe University. Institution search. We could not find any results matching your criteria. Let's see. Sniper University. No institutions. SniperKicks University. No institutions. So he is not an accredited institution. He is not a legal institution. So he needs to stop referring to himself as a school. He seriously needs to stop referring to himself as a school, because that can be a serious problem for him. Let's go back and see what he has to say.
Reselling, number one. But if you don't want to put in the work, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time with that. Again, all receipts right here. You can trust this guy, a straight drug addict, a drug addict. And I can't wait to get on the podcast, guys, because guess what? We're going to have the second person I'm about to talk about him, and they're going to be stumbling off their words. Because the guys on the podcast said, bro, I can't trust him. He's on the podcast smoking weed, on drugs, and talking. Like, you did none of the work. Look at his profile right here. He hasn't talked anything about sneaker reselling in his whole profile. He's talking more on his profile about me, accusing me.
He does talk about sneaker reselling on his profile. We showed his profile. His profile said that he is a sneaker reseller.
Me, because I have a big following, than him actually focusing on the business. If he actually put his effort on the business, he would have success. So again, all the receipts right here with this guy, and he's been harassing me. So, bro, you're gonna get a lawsuit, bro. You're gonna get a lawsuit, bro. It is crazy. You're accusing that. It's slander, and you're terrible. The knowledge.
Okay, so for somebody that's accusing somebody of slander, you're surely doing a whole lot of slandering in this video. So you might want to let that one
talk
go.
About this girl Chanel Hall, and
Chanel
what she did
Hall.
was
Insane, guys.
I know this man didn't just cross his legs to get ready to talk about a woman. Wait, I know he didn't.
All the receipts right here with this guy, and he's been harassing me. So, bro, you're gonna get a lawsuit, bro. You're gonna get a lawsuit, bro. It is crazy. You're accusing that. It's slander.
I doubt
you're terrible. So now let's talk about this girl, Chanel Hall. And what she did was,
yes, he just crossed his fucking legs.
insane, guys, insane. And I can't wait to talk to her on the podcast, guys. And really, she's going to be speechless on the podcast. So this girl, Chanel Hall, this is in 2024. She gets at one of my live trainings in October. And there's this guy, SniperKicks, that I mentioned on the live training. So this lady, she's not in my university at all.
It's not a fucking university, my guy. It's not a fucking university. You're not accredited. Stop calling it a university, please. Because you're setting yourself up for a big fucking fall calling it a university, and you're creating legal binding contracts under a law of education. Please stop calling it a fucking university. Please.
She goes and she purchased from this guy's SniperKicks, and she spends $10,000 without any guidance. 10 G's without any guidance. Jeez. Nobody has instructor. She's not in my university. She spent 10 G's with this guy without being in my university. So
it's not a fucking university. You need to start calling it training programs. My training courses. It's not a what I need to see. I need to see where this is an actual accredited university.
First thing,
while we're talking about receipts, somebody show me where he's got receipts of this shit being an accredited university.
You always use PayPal. Look at my business right here. Look at my business right here. I only take PayPal for payments. Why? Because it protects your payment. She sent $10,000 on Apple Pay.
Golly.
With no guidance is insane. Insane. So she messages me.
But here's the thing. Did the person that she sent $10,000 to without any guidance come from you as a reference? If the person that she spent $10,000 with came from you directly as a reference, you can be on the hook for that shit as well. So you might want to be careful about how you speak about her. I'm just saying.
Messages me on Instagram. Let's put this right here. Let's put this right here. She messaged me on Instagram. And right here, let's pull up this message right here. I know you see it on the screen, but let me actually go right here and dissect this message. So she's not in my university. She's messaging me on IG. She's not even messaging me on my platform. And she talks about, hey, I attended the Zoom call this past October. This is 2024. I paid for 4 different shoes for SniperKicks. I'm not writing you to receive anything monetary. I just want to raise awareness. It should be a shout out to this guy for fraud. Shouldn't go to him for retained payers. If you're able to talk about this word, appreciate.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Because he's speed reading, and what he's trying to do is he's trying to make it look like he's speed reading to shorten the length of the video, but he's speed reading to try to, fast track past important information. So Sachelle Hall, this woman, he says, and he was willing to show the entirety of Steve's conversation, but he didn't show the beginning half of Miss Hall's conversation. But from what he shows, and that's shady as fuck as well to me too. This is why I can understand some points that he's making, but I can't fully trust in what he's saying. But he says, I'm writing to you because a while ago I signed up for your school board and attended your Zoom classes so that I could start my sneaker reselling journey. Now, he claimed that she wasn't in his class, or wasn't a part of his university. So I'm guessing she was paying like monthly subscription so that she could get information on a month-to-month basis instead of paying the full $6,000. Because clearly she didn't have the $6,000 to pay. But she said, life took a turn and I had to switch focus for a while until I got my finances back to a point where I could invest. This past October, I did that. And I hit up someone who I remember you mentioning in the Zoom for pairs. So the guy that scammed her is a recommendation based on trustworthiness via SniperKicks, which puts him on the hook because he personally backed this individual. I don't understand what the fuck these people don't understand about this shit. When you back somebody and money is involved and they screw somebody over, you are partially responsible because you as an entity and a proprietary owner and face of Sneaker University and everything that is all the information that is being put out under Sneaker University and your brand are responsible for what happens with those said pieces of advice. So I don't know what the fuck your gripe is about this or what the fuck you don't understand, but if you indeed recommend this guy as a reference to go to, you are on the hook partially for that $10,000 that she gave this guy. But it says, I hit up somebody I remember you mentioning in the Zoom for pairs so I could get started, and they unfortunately scammed me. I paid for 4 different shoes and size runs and didn't receive anything. I'm not writing you to receive anything monetary from you. I would just like to raise awareness. So she didn't even hold him responsible for advertising and backing this guy. She didn't even hold him responsible for it, which she could have very well did. She just chalked it up to the game and said, okay, I lost $10,000, but this guy seems like a good guy. So I'm just going to help him out and let him know that the person that he's recommending is doing things like this. But he didn't read that to you all. He quickly glossed over that. And I don't like that shit. That's some shit I don't like. And I know a lot of other people won't point that out because a lot of people don't like pointing out the hypocrisies and the bullshit because they're afraid to get really controversial. But it says, I just want to raise awareness and maybe shout out that this guy is a fraud and people shouldn't go to him to retain pairs. If you're able to talk to me about this, I would genuinely appreciate it. This guy took nearly $10,000 from me. And while I know running a business comes with taking loss, being outright scammed shouldn't be something people have to face. Thank you again. Who is this guy? And you always have to use PayPal to not get scammed. You mentioned him, sir. And in accordance to her, you mentioned him. And why are you mentioning PayPal to try to try to dodge accountability if you did mention him? Like, if you mentioned him as a reputable source, then it doesn't matter if you use PayPal or if you use Zelle or whatever, you or the person should be able to count on them. Like, you should never, okay. And here's a little bit of business advice. If you're working for people, you should never back or mention the names of individuals that you have not vetted yourself, because it makes you liable. In the court of law, it makes you liable for backing and vetting somebody to another person and they getting scammed based off of your recommendations. I don't know if many people know that, but it does.
Appreciate it. This guy took 10K from me and I was running my business. Comes taking losses, being straight scam shouldn't be something people have to face. Thank you. Agree. So yes, you see my response. Who is this guy? Who are you talking about, Shadell? And remember, you always got to use PayPal so you don't get scammed. My first response, why do you use PayPal? Okay. And she tells me it's Pat Kicks. So I call up this guy, Pat Kicks. Again, this guy hasn't been on my list since 2024.
It does. Okay. So you know who Pat Kicks is, though. You know who Pat Kicks is. you tried to act like you didn't know who he was after reading her message to you. You tried to act like you didn't know who he was. And then once you were done reading, you tried to reinforce it and make it look like you didn't know who he was. And then you turn around and you admit that you know who he is and that he hasn't been on your list since 2024. Well, okay. She was attending your seminars where you mentioned him in 2024. So is it possible that she was there when he was still on your list and you were still vouching for him, Mr. Nolan Malonga? I think that's, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but Mr. Nicholas Malonga.
Because, you know, again, I don't like this type of stuff. Hasn't been my list since 2024. You know, again, she's not in my university at all. She's not in there. So I'll call Paul Pat Kids, ask them what's going on. And I'm going to give you guys and
even if she's not in your university, you held a seminar where you vouched for him. You put him as you put him down as a viable source. So it doesn't matter if she's in your university or not. She saw a seminar of yours. So what the fuck does that matter?
Hey, you guys can hear this recording right here because I have receipts, guys. Receipts. So he goes it right here, you know, and, you know, Pat says like, hey, bro, she got 4 different sneakers. She got whatever, Bugs Bunnies, whatever may theirs. And the packages got lost in transit. I gave her tracking. I made sure it was all good. Package get lost in transit.
Okay.
And I say, Pat, it's a package gets lost.
That's your responsibility.
It's on you. Right. It's on you to refund her. It's on you, bro.
Right.
Bro, I can't take a loss. Let me play the recording right now. This is me talking to him right now. Bro, you are ridiculous, man. Look at this right here. Let's see what Pat has to say.
I understand that you're dealing with that, bro. I 100% understand that. But understand this. When I sent her, as she did, she got Bugs Bunny 8, she got Taxi 12s, and she got Black Hat 4s. Everything. I have receipts. I have pictures that I sent her everything. It is not my fault if UPS.
I thought I heard some baby crying.
UPS loses any packages. That is not on me, and I'm not taking the L for that.
Okay, Mr. Pat, that is your fault, and you have to take a L for that. And you have to file a claim through UPS. That's the procedure. But SniperKicks, here's a little bit of information for you as well. You recommended this guy. You recommended him as a reputable source. So if he's not being responsible, then guess who that loss falls back on? That loss falls back on you, Mr. SniperKicks. That means that you would have to refund this lady her $10,000 because you referred Pat Kicks. And then you would in turn have to sue Pat Kicks because he caused your business a loss. And then Pat Kicks would have to go and get his money back from UPS because they lost the packages. What is so hard to understand about this?
See that recording. I can't take this loss. Like this. And then I rail him like, bro, you need a refund.
You did what?
Any packages. That is not on me, and I'm not taking the L for that.
See that recording. I can't take this loss. Like this. And then I rail him like, bro, you need a refunder. You need to be a professional with this. You need to be a professional, bro. Like you can't just
Okay, so he says right away, and you know why you're going this far with this conversation is because you know this falls back on you. You know this falls back on you and your business because you referred him as a reputable source, and now he's no longer reputable. But he says right away, yeah, something, because it's blurred out with Pat Kicks' name. It says when UPS loses a package, you need to take responsibility and insure them and refund the buyer. This has happened to me before. I took the loss. It's called being a professional, bro. Bro, you said all you wanted to say and dipped out. I'm still a customer. Pat Kicks responded with, he's still a customer? Oh, okay.
See, something is lost in transit. You need to refund the girl. So I'm on it. So I hit up Chanel. We get on the phone. I ask her, like, hey, you need to use PayPal because PayPal protects you. Or you should have.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. You, as again, a bigger business and a trusted source, and you're vouching for somebody else, you're responsible to, unfortunately.
You should have seen guys. Why?
That's why I don't vouch for everybody and everything.
Why weren't you not in the university and you did this deal? Like, you need to see guidance. And this girl, Chanel Hall, says, I'm a grown woman. I'm a girl. I can do whatever I want to do. Very disrespectful. I'm a grown woman. I can do whatever I want to do. Obviously, you didn't know what you were doing if you Apple paid $10,000 to somebody without any guidance. Obviously, you don't know what the heck you're doing. And she's very disrespectful. And I tell her, like, first things first, what she wants me to do. She wants me to go on all my platforms and just call Pat Kicks is the worst person in the world. So first things first, what I do is I get back with Pat Kicks and I say, let's get this through a call. I ask this girl, Chanel Hall, hey, let's get on a call with you and Pat Kicks to get this settled. She said, no way, Jose. Being very disrespectful. Being very disrespectful. And she's threatening me. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to do all these different things. I wasn't the one that sent $10,000 without any guidance and not using PayPal. Like, I'm trying to get your money back from Pat, and I'm railing, but he's not going for that. And again, why you see guidance? Pat has not been on my list. He doesn't do good business. Like,
no. I don't believe that now. I don't believe that. You full of shit right there, because you said he was on your list. You said he hadn't been on your list since 2024. Of course you say that because it's currently, let me check, because I might have fallen asleep and fallen into a time loop, but it is currently May 29th, 2026. So yeah, you can say past tense he hasn't been on your list since 2024, but in 2024 he was on your list. Stop playing this bullshit game. Stop fucking playing these semantics. He was on your list and a point of reference and a recommendation when she saw your seminar, and you referenced him to her and a vast other number of people. Of course, now in 2026, you can say he doesn't do good business because you found out through her that he does not do good business. Come on now, cut this bullshit out. See, this is what I don't like. This is what I'm starting not to like.
Like, he has been on my list. So why are you doing that without any guidance? This is back in 2024. October 2024.
But you already said her claims are not in 2026. Her claims were in 2024. Her claims were back in 2024 when this happened. Not currently when we're talking about it. The only reason she's talking about it now, and then you can speak of her in the present tense, is because she's reminding people of the bad business that you did and the bad business that people associated with you did. Come on now, let's stop playing this fucking game.
4. So Chanel Hall, let's fast forward, and I can't wait to get on the podcast. She gets on my community. She pays $97, and she goes ahead and just talking very disrespectful in my community. I kicked her out. You think you're gonna talk on my community and talk trash and you're not gonna get kicked out? And I refund her. Bam, she gets refunded.
At least you refunded her.
And the biggest thing that I told her is, like, number one, you need to take this to like you don't, if you really want your 10,000, take it to court. Obviously, Pat is in the wrong, and you should.
But what you're not realizing is you're in the wrong too. And if she takes it to court, you keep talking about court. You keep talking about suing people in court and court this and court that and court here and court there. If she takes it to court, you're gonna be subpoenaed and you are gonna be partially held liable because you referenced this guy to her. So you might want to dial back on all this court talk.
You should have seen guidance. I would have told you what to do. PayPal. It's the first thing I talk about. Use PayPal.
Man,
that's how I run my business.
Shit.
And again, I've been reselling for
I agree,
7 years full time. Before I got in YouTube, I was reselling full time. I've done millions of dollars of reselling.
What does it have to do with anything?
And again, my resume speaks for itself. Business channels that has nothing to do with.
Well, apparently your resume isn't spotless because you're referencing untrustworthy people.
Selling are taking me on because how successful I'm as a sneaker reseller, and you're going to try to do this by yourself. Like, let's be real.
Well, didn't you start off doing it by yourself? The fuck does that have to do with anything?
And guys, look at my resume of people that I've helped. I'm going to put it all right here. You know, talk to SniperKicks, talk to Showtime Kicks, talk to, you know, my boy Noah. I'm going to put this. Talk to Fabian Padilla.
Don't give a fuck.
There, my resume is proven. And talking about this that I'm scamming. So, like I mentioned before, I cannot wait to get on this podcast to address you're on drugs, bro. And you're gonna say I'm scamming you 6,000. Look at your activity, bro. You've done nothing.
So if you drink alcohol, would I be right to say that you're an alcoholic? You drink alcohol, so you're an alcoholic. So why would I believe anything that you're saying? Why would I believe that you're legit?
Nothing. You did nothing. And it's crazy to think about that you're going to call me that after you did nothing. And look at all the proof. And you coming right here off your work. Man, Sniper, I'm so grateful for you. 6,000. You've been contacting me every day. And then you go ghost for 5 months and don't do anything. And you're going to complain. Chanel Hall, whatever her name is, you're going to go ahead and try to threaten me, attack me, where you send somebody $10,000 on Apple Pay with no guidance, not being in my university, not using PayPal.
But they sent it. Here's the key factor, and I'm going to mention it again and mention it again and mention it again. She sent that person $10,000 off the reference or strength of you. How many times do I have to keep saying that? What are you not seeing?
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
I'm tired of the slander. Again, when you're at the
I don't give a fuck about this braggadocious shit you talking about.
Now he wants to talk about this. Like, let's be real, guys. I've been in the business for way too long to scam people. Come on, guys. And here's the thing about my university.
Just because you've been in a business for a long time doesn't mean it absolves you or makes it impossible for you to be a scammer.
There's a
I don't
30-day
understand where this thought process comes from.
Money back guarantee. Watch all the videos, 10 all of our live calls. If you don't like it, get your money back. Let's be real, guys. You don't get to my level and scam people, guys.
Yes, you do.
Here's the thing about my university. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. Watch all the videos, 10 all of our live calls. If you don't like it, get your money back. Let's be real, guys. You don't get to my level and scam people, guys.
Yeah, you actually do. Yes, you actually do. You actually can. Some of the biggest billionaires and trillionaires didn't get to be billionaires and trillionaires without stepping on people's backs and essentially, quote unquote, scamming them out of whether it's monetary ideas or other things. Who told you that bullshit?
Let's be real. Let's be real. Come on. Let's be real. And again, for all you guys say cyber scammer, go to my YouTube. I'm going to tag all my YouTube videos. Go to my YouTube. Look at all the testimonials I have. Look at how many testimonials I have that help people do big time numbers. Let's be real. And I cannot wait to talk to these individuals. And I have the proof. You hear the recording with Pat. You see all the text messages with Steve. This dude is on drugs, stumbling on it. You negative people that say, oh man, Cyber, you're getting blocked. Because I know what I've done. I've helped too many different people. And you guys just want to see drama.
You just want to see drama. You're building a business. If you're not willing to put in the work in a business, you're not going to have success. If you own a restaurant,
no, that's true,
and you go ahead and do nothing in the restaurant, you don't market, you don't build clientele, you're just there BS.
but you on your page, and let me show it. Let me see if it's still up. On your page, let me go back. And let me click this and show this just to have proof, just to have visual evidence. I'm going to remove this video for just a second. Stop screen sharing, share. It says register for free live training. And this is 9 times out of 10 what that Chanel lady was watching. One of these free live training seminars where your ass, SniperKicks, referred a bulk buyer. And as you can see, as I was saying earlier in the live, he creates the illusion that you can get more than just GRs, highly sought after shoes, Travis Scott low mochas, Jordan 1 high 85s. And it says free actionable live training reveals how everyday people are earning $300 a day through sneaker reselling using this proven plug and play system, all while working just 1 to 2 hours a day without needing a big upfront investment, stressing over competition, or having any prior experience. You just clowned her. She watched one of your seminars and you just clowned her for not having experience and saying that you needed experience. But this right here says you don't need an experience. And then right here, I forget which line it is. Second line, 4-step foolproof system for boosting sales in as little as 7 days without marketing, minimum orders, or needing to keep inventory. Sniper, you just said this makes it look like you don't have to do much work, but you just said if you don't put in any of the work, you don't get any results. I'm sorry. You just kind of pissed me off with some of this like nonsensical rambling. But yeah, you just said right here without marketing. But what did you just say in this video? Let me see what your ass let's replay what your ass just said in this response video to everybody calling you a scammer. And make that thing huge. Wait a minute.
I cannot wait to talk to these individuals, and I have the proof. You hear the recording with Pat. You see all the text messages with Steve. This dude is on drugs, stumbling on his words on this podcast. And you're going to trust this guy? That's a drug addict?
Man, I don't hear this shit.
Because I know what I've done. I've helped too many different people, and you guys are just want to see drama. You just want to see drama. You're building a business. If you're not willing to put in the work in a business, you're not going to have success. If you own a restaurant and you go ahead and do nothing in the restaurant, you don't market, you don't build.
You don't market. He said, if you're building a restaurant, a business, a restaurant, and you don't do the proper work. But again, like I showed you all in that registration form, it says a 4-step foolproof system for boosting sales in as little as 7 days without marketing. So which one is it, Snipe? Do you have to market, or can you teach them to not have to market?
Build clientele. You're just there BSing, just like Steve for 5 months, did nothing. Let's pull out that screenshot right here. You think you're going to have success? You think you're going to go to school and invest 40?
How do you know he didn't do anything? He just didn't log it into your school system. That's pretty presumptuous of you to say. Although I would come to that conclusion, but you can't necessarily come to that conclusion unless you have actual proof other than your logging system.
$40,000 and not do anything at the university and have success? Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. And guys, here's the thing. You're saying, okay, invest $6,000. I invested over 6 figures on coaches to teach me how to build my business on Shopify, to teach me how to be able at the time sell on Amazon, to teach me how to be able to build a YouTube. I spent over 6 figures on coaches.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at today. Because I put in the work. If I didn't do anything and I spent $25,000.
But how much is that 6 figures? That 6 figures could be $1,000. I mean, not $1,000, but I'm tripping. That 6 figures could be $100,000 at the very minimum. But how do we even know that you put in 6 figures to find this stuff out? I was going to say $6,000, but then I had to readjust the decimal points. See, $6,000 is only 1 comma, and yeah. I had to adjust the commas. But how do we? But if you drink, you might be an alcoholic. How can we trust that? Because a lot of things you said in this video are inconsistent and would still make you responsible for some of the shit that has happened under your name. Yeah.
On someone to coach me, which I've done 4 times, I'm the scam because I didn't do the work. Like, let's be real, guys. You got to be kidding me. And now I'm going to end this video right here. Again, make sure you have sole proprietors, secret tapes. I will be on that live, and I'm going to be addressing everything here. Like, come on, let's be real. Let's be real, guys. Put in the work. My resume speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. And all my people up to bat, you got to put in the work. It's not get rich quick. It's not get rich quick. You got to treat it like a traditional business.
That's true.
And that's why I've been doing this for 7+ years, and I've helped countless individuals. And now I'm going to put over my university. Look at the wins. I'm going to end this video with all.
It's not a university. You've lost if it's already, because it's not a university.
All the wins. There's over 200 pages.
Okay.
You said I'm scamming. Bro, I've been in the game for almost a decade. Say I'm scamming. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. I'm going to be on the podcast. Hey, Snipe Gang, everybody that rides for me, I love you guys. Again, man, I can't believe these people think out there taking. Guys, watch this right here. University. People are doing their thing.
Okay, and then he's just showing people that that have had success. Hey, Magic GR Nub 620 said, who here is a Sniper fan? Shout out to you. Shout out to the SniperKicks fans. I'm gonna tell you all up front, first and foremost. Okay. So I've heard both sides of the story. I've heard both sides. You know, they say there's 2 sides to every story. One person's side, the other person's side, and then the truth is somewhere in the middle. Okay, so from what I gather, number 1, I will say this dude, what is his name? What is this dude's name? K-Bone. This dude, K-Bone, kicks. I will say this. More than likely, what happened is he thought that this was some kind of get rich quick class. And there is a level of responsibility on his behalf to do the work. There is no such thing as a get rich quick system. So he is responsible for that. Also, why the hell would you pay somebody $6,000 in a falling sneaker market? Why? That's claiming that it's a university. Did you do your homework to see that if it was a university or not? Because after doing a 5-minute Google search, we found out right here that Snipe University is not a real university. We'll talk about that as well. We'll talk about it not being a real university. So, K-Bone, you played yourself. I will say that you played yourself because you put a lot of money into something that's not guaranteed and something that depends on the trustworthiness of a lot of people. Okay. Now we go to SniperKicks. SniperKicks. I do understand where you're coming from. I do understand your perspective. There are points where you are right, and you do have a point. Like, if somebody signs up for something that you're offering, they do need to do the work, and they do need to prove and show to you that they're doing the work. But here's the problem. Just because they're not logging into your data system that they're doing the work does not mean that they're not doing the work. Because on his Instagram profile, you can clearly see the shoes that you put him onto. You can clearly see him advertising. You can clearly see him doing some kind of work. So just because you say he wasn't doing any work doesn't mean he wasn't doing any work, because his Instagram shows that he was doing something. To what extent, we don't know. Now, SniperKicks, you're talking about suing people. As I've said through this entirety of this live, you might want to be careful about suing people, because you are advertising this program as a university. We read through all of your available paperwork and information for free. You are advertising this as a university where you can get a PhD or a master's in reselling with a quick 5-minute Google search. You're not a school. You're not accredited, and making those claims and having people sign legal binding contracts is illegal, and therefore makes what you're doing illegal and null and void, as far as I can see, or as far as I can tell. Now, if anybody is more in depth and more knowledgeable about the legal system, please feel free to chime in either in the live comment section or in the comment section after the live and let us know. But as far as I know, that's legal within it, illegal within itself. As far as the young lady, SniperKicks, you cannot, under a business motto, you cannot refer people through your business program and not expect to have to take some kind of accountability or responsibility for wrongdoing, for their wrongdoing. It's just the risk you run as a business owner when you reference people, when you back people. That's why you have to be careful about who you do business with, because the people you do business with can end up taking down your business and not having any recourse or responsibility or liability. So in that case, yes, he did scam her for almost $10,000. But at the point where he refused to pay her, if she wanted to go to court, as you are pushing for her to do, she could have gone to court. And I don't know what the statute of limitations are, because that was 2 years ago. She could easily go to court and say, I listened to SniperKicks LLC seminar under the guise of him advertising himself as Sniper University and an educator. He listed this person as a reputable source. I went through him and he scammed me. That would make you responsible. That would make you partially responsible. So I don't know if you went live already and gave your receipts or whatever. But SniperKicks, K-Bone, Chanel Hall. If I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry. If any of you all want to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me. Instagram, homegrown_kicks, TikTok, homegrown kicks, or you can hit the email via the link in my description on my YouTube channel, or you can hit me up on the video and let me know, because in a lot of ways, a lot of people are screwed. And unfortunately, again, I don't know SniperKicks from a can of paint. So I'm not going to necessarily sit here and just bash him, but I'm not going to act like he's not at fault. And all those things that you stated and mentioned does not mean you're not a scammer and that you are absolved of the ability of scamming people. I think from what happened here, you just made some rookie business mistakes. You made some rookie business moves. And again, if you advertise this as a university and you're not accredited and it's not a university, he can sue you for his $6,000 back. If you advertised this guy under your business during a seminar and he scammed people, they can sue you for that $10,000. She can sue you for that $10,000 under the statute of limitations. So yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I just really believe that poor business decisions were made all around. Now, with that being said, I was going to talk about like some of the releases and stuff like that, but I'm not. We've been running this joint for 2 hours too long. I appreciate everybody that has come through to the live, everybody that has commented, everybody that follows the channel and supports your boy. Remember, if you want to, feel free to join the channel memberships. Click the link down in the description that will be there. I don't know if it's there right now, but click the link down in the description if you want a really dope ass water bottle that stays cold for up to 30 hours and keeps your soups and teas and all that other kind of stuff hot for up to 12 hours. It is an Amazon link. If you use my code JMogul, it will save you 25% off. The water bottles are $20 for the 24 ounce and $26 for the 32 ounce. Pretty damn good deal in my opinion. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna go and head on up out of here. Next time, hey, it's not gonna take me 2 weeks to get back on live. I'm going to be back live next Tuesday. You know, as I like to say, nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. Remember, kicks are not to be adorned. They are not a monolith. They are to be worn and enjoyed. So don't let anybody stop you from enjoying what it is you want to do with your shoe or anything else. I love you all. Hope you all had a great week. Hope you all had a great night. Hope you all learned something tonight, and I will catch you all later. Peace. Till next time. We out there thing. Yes.